The new adaptive triggers on the PlayStation 5 controller a must-have or... Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, I'm McFall, and this video is really just about the adaptive triggers from the PlayStation 5 controller. I will do a separate video on how this controller competes against PlayStation 4 and Xbox Elite controller. This video really we're talking about adaptive triggers. And what I have here at the moment is Astro's Playroom, which is free on every PlayStation 5. So, and they have a very nice controller demo, and yeah, we're going to look into this. Okay, so what are adaptive triggers? And to make it easy, it's not just force feedback. With adaptive triggers, they mean, let me get my... This controller is off at the moment and there's no resistance. I hope that's the right word for this. So I can pull the trigger from the top to the bottom without any problem. The same like here on the Xbox Elite controller. Here, this controller is connected to the PlayStation 5 as the demo controller shows at the moment. And you have this resistance here. You can't press it further without using more force. And when you use more force, then this happens. You have your nice little force feedback now, so you can actually feel when you press less and when you press more. And this is actually in this demo for demonstration or demonstrating how the controller works, a really nice feature, and I will show you this a little bit later in more details how it works, because actually it's really, I can see that my finger is vibrating from the force feedback. It's really a nice feedback, force feedback in this demo again. I will show you an application where I really don't like it. So we're back with Fortnite, and in my opinion, in a game like this, the adaptive trigger is absolutely useless. And why? So it works like the same principle with like in Astro's Playroom. You have to use more force to actually pull the trigger. Can I actually shoot this guy here? Probably not with my shotgun. Anyway, can you see here's the resistance again? And I need to use more force to actually shoot. So when we're talking about games like this where you have to react in milliseconds to not die, and you play cross play or you do cross scan play against PC players with mouse, with a you have anyway no chance with a joystick against a mouse, in my opinion. And then you're using this system where you have to use more force actually to press the trigger. No, absolutely no go in games like this. What I can think about is really tactical shooter, single player games where you don't have the stress to fight 100 enemies or whatever. This can be really interesting because it will be like a little bit more of a realistic touch, where you can feel the trigger and then finally you press it and you just need one shot or whatever. Here in this game, it's useless in my opinion. The other thing what I think is actually where it's very useful is in racing games probably. So I haven't played any racing games so far which supports this. I'm not sure about the new Dirt game. Because just think about you pressing your acceleration and brake. And by the way, the trigger, it's just happening on here. This is just normal here, okay? Here's the the adaptive trigger active, and here it's just normal. I mean, of course, you don't need it in this case. But what I would actually like, so why they're not activating this here as well? And just not using it, that you have just the half of the button to press to activate this. I mean, it is more like the half, you know what I mean? But you get my point, or activate it here as well. And just when you reach this point, then activate the zoom. This will be helpful. Not here on the trigger. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. But back to the racing games. Let's just think about you're driving a rally game and whatever, and you have a very uneven street. This can be very, very interesting, you know, if you have the force feedback. You jump or whatever, and you feel really what's going on while you're gaming. In this game, no. Really no. And anyway, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, but that's a different story. In my opinion, this adaptive trigger is a nice feature, a really nice feature, but in some games, absolutely useless. Okay, so we are back with Astro's Playroom, because in this demo, the adaptive trigger really makes a little bit sense. So just consider, or just think about, this is like a space shuttle and you like to start off or whatever, and then it makes really sense what you're doing. You have to press, and finally, you start the engine, and then you can really feel what is going on. This is really nice. Second one, really, really good. And I did a video where I show you this in a little bit more closer scene, and I hope you can actually see how my finger is vibrating from the force feedback. So just watch this. So what is your opinion about this adaptive triggers from the PlayStation 5 controller? Just put it in the comments, and if you don't like it, then I will show you now how to disable it, and this is really easy. You go to your settings and you go to accessories and of course controller, and now we have vibration intensity and trigger effect intensity. The vibration intensity is the normal rumble motor what we had already in the PlayStation 4 controller, and the trigger effect intensity is the new adaptive trigger. So you put this on off, you're going back to Astro. So now we're here in the same menu again, and there's no adaptive trigger active anymore. So, but I have to say, for this demonstration at the moment, I'm really missing it. I'm really missing it, because there's no, of course there's no force feedback, there's no resistance to press the button anymore. Everything is missing. For something like this, it really makes sense. Again, in shooters, no, not for me, for sure not for me. Racing games, yes, I'm sure it can be very helpful, or not very helpful, but it gives you a little bit more of realistic to the game, probably, because you can feel what's going on with your car. And probably many other games, but no thank you to shooter games. No, really not. Anyway, that's for this video. Thank you very much for watching me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, because a lot of videos coming in terms of PlayStation 5, Xbox, and many games. And so make sure you tick the bell and don't miss out any new videos. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.